Good morning, guys. How are you? It's Tuesday, April 28th, and I'm here again. It's day 144. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you all got some rest last night. I want to start off by saying I don't have on the correct color, but I do have on my Elliot shirt. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, today is wear orange or white and stay bright. I looked all over in my closet and I don't have anything orange. I do have something white and I am going to put it on, but I had to get an early start today because I have a lot of meetings today. So I kind of just put my Elliot shirt on so you could see my Elliot shirt. So at least I do have school spirit, okay? But don't forget, it's wear orange or white and stay bright. And send me your picture, okay? I love when you guys put your pictures in Google Classroom, okay? I love to see them. I love that everyone else can comment on them, and then I do put them in our virtual scrapbook for the school, okay? So please make sure you're doing that. All right, we're going to jump right into our spelling words, okay? We discussed yesterday that our spelling words this week, some have final blends, which means they have blends at the end of the word. And we know that blends are two, or could be, sometimes there are three-letter blends, that when they are put together, we hear each sound, okay? We hear each letter. That's what a blend is. So when we put those two or those three letters together, we do hear each sound, okay? We blend the sounds together and we do hear all of the sounds, which is different from a digraph or a trigraph. Now, digraphs we've been learning since the first day of school, okay? We know CH says sh, SH says sh, just to name a few. So with digraphs, we have two letters. They get put together to make one sound. And now we're being introduced to trigraphs. So trigraphs are the same, except there are three letters that we put together to make one sound, okay? And we did that with TCH, which says ch, ch, okay? That's the trigraph that we have in our words today, okay? So we have some words that have the final blends, some have trigraphs, and then we also have a couple of words that have the inflected ending S or ES, okay? So we are changing a word to make it plural, to make it more than one. Sometimes, however, we do have to add ES instead of just S, okay? Most words we can just put an S at the end and it becomes plural. If words end with specific letters, we have to add an ES to them, okay? Those are words that end with X. Those are words that end with S. Those are words that end with SH, CH, just to name a few. We have to add ES. So I'm going to go over a few of our words plus a few different words, okay? On Mondays, I go over just your spelling words. Every other day, I go over your spelling words and some additional words because that's what we would typically do in dictation every morning, okay? So I want to still practice this with you so that I'm showing you how to stretch the words out, okay? Even if you don't know what a word is, even if you don't know what it means, you should be able to stretch it out because I'm always giving you words that have sounds that we've learned, okay? Now we're learning new sounds, but I still add some words that we've learned already, okay? So I try to take things that we've learned and put it with new things we're learning, and then when we put them together, you should be able to stretch those words out. That's what I want you to try to do, okay? So we're going to begin. All right, so we have our digraph TH, and then I'm adding this. The blend is actually NG, but we know ING to say ING ring, ing. That's what we do every morning, okay? So this says ing, thing. NG is our final blend in that particular word. So now I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to add the I because this is our sound that we go over every morning when we go over our sound cards. That says ing. I'm going to put a blend at the beginning. It now changes to sting. Okay, same thing, ing. So if they sound the same at the end, thing, sting, and this particular word, that means these are rhyming words. When they sound the same at the end, that is bring. Okay, then I'm going to change to ink. We also say INK, pink, ink. Every morning when we do our sound cards, here is the blend in this word. The blend is the NK, okay? We hear both of those, ink, okay? We can hear each letter. That's what makes it a blend, when we blend those sounds together. Then I'm going to put my digraph TH. This says think. Now I'm using the same ending, which means it's the same sound, which means it's a rhyming word. I'm going to put my BL blend. This says blink. Now again I have ink. This time, however, I'm going to add SHR. So I'm not only adding 2 letters, I'm adding sh, r, sh. So this says shrink, okay? And shrink is to make something smaller, okay? Now, I'm gonna do this, which is ink. Now here we have ink, here we have ank. Going to add TH to make think. So here all I did was change the middle sound, which happens to be a vowel. Went from think to think, okay? Now same ending, ank, I'm gonna put the letter B, becomes bank. Now same ending, ank, I'm gonna put a T, it becomes tank. So these are rhyming words, think, bank, tank. And you can hear that they have the same sound at the end. Now keep in mind, rhyming words do not always have to be spelled the same, but they do have to sound the same, okay? All right, now I'm going to switch to our 2 words with this C, and we talked about this yesterday. There are times when the C sound makes the K sound, which is the most popular sound it makes. But then there are times when it does sound like a soft C. This is considered a hard C. If it makes the soft C sound, it sounds like the letter S, which is S. So this word is scent. And then if I want to make it plural, which is more than one, scents, I just put an S at the end, okay? Then we have this word, which is the only word that is spelled like this, long. Okay, I'm going to move this over a little bit so you can see the side. All right, so now here is where we have a couple of our words that have trigraphs. Trigraphs, 3 letters we put together to make one sound. So here is the trigraph, ch. Okay, we typically know CH to say ch, but there are some instances where we add a T in front of it, it still says ch. Okay, so this is now 3 letters that make one sound, and the sound is ch. Okay, here I add this, it becomes pitch. Like pitch, you can pitch a ball if you want to play baseball or softball. Pitch. Now I'm going to write this same word, but this time I want to change it from pitch to pitches, okay? Now I can't just add an S because we've already talked about this. This ends in CH, and you can actually hear pitches. You can kind of hear that sound there, okay? So it has to be an ES. Then I'm going to use this digraph again at the end, and I'm going to put this, and this says catch. So if someone throws you a ball, you would catch, okay? Now if I want to make it catches, again, it ends with that CH. I need to add ES to make it catches, okay? Now I'm going to do a rhyming word. This says catch. So if I put this here, it says batch. And this is like if you make a batch of cookies, okay? It's like a group of cookies, but that's what we call cookies or muffins if we make a batch of them, okay? Now I want to make batches, and again, I put that ES at the end, okay? So those are our spelling words. And again, they are some different words that I gave you because I do want to keep up our routine of our dictation. You know, our dictation is the first thing that we did every morning in class, and I want to keep that up. Although you're not writing with me, it's okay because I want to make sure I'm going over these sounds and I'm still teaching you how to stretch out the words. That's what's important, because if you can learn how to do this on your own, then you can write any word. All of you know all of your sounds, and that's what's important. Once you know your sounds, you just have to stretch it out so you can hear all of the different sounds in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. Okay, that's what's important. That's why we're working on this, okay? Now we're going to do our high frequency words, okay? Above. A-B-O-V-E, above. Blue, B-L-U-E, blue. And this is blue like the color. I'm going to move this down because I feel like you can't see the card very well. New, K-N-E-W, new. And this is silent at the beginning. Okay, we don't say canoe, we say new. So here K-N just says N. So that means the K is silent. We don't hear it. Next is number, N-U-M-B-E-R. Number. Push. P-U-S-H. Push. Sure. S-U-R-E. And this type of sure means like yes. Like, will you come with me? Sure, I'll come with you. And what makes this tricky, we talked about this yesterday, is in this particular word, the S-H says shh. When typically we know, did I just say the S-H? Sorry, let me say that again. The S makes the sh sound like SH, but in this particular word it is not SH. That's why it's a little tricky, and you see it's even confusing Miss Salerno, because typically every time we hear shh, it's spelled SH, but this is why this is considered a tricky word. Took. T-O-O-K. Took. And the last one is watch. W-A-T-C-H. Watch. Good. Okay. So now we're going to go through our assignment, and in a minute I'm going to move my computer just so I can show you what your story is. First and foremost, as usual, independent reading. I'm so happy to see some of you like the stories on Raz Kids, so go to Raz Kids to get a book or just read a book. All you have to do is talk to someone about the book. You don't have to actually hand in an assignment, but you do have to just jot down your number of minutes, the date, and the name of the book, because you do have to hand that in at the end of the day. At the end of the week, okay? So that's your first assignment. Second assignment is your spelling, okay? So now your spelling, you're going to do your alphabetical order, okay? So alphabetical order, I showed you last week. You are just thinking about the first letter in every word. You are going to put all 10 of your words in ABC order. Okay, so if you need to write the alphabet across the top of your paper the way I showed you last week, put those words in ABC order. If anyone is still having problems, give me a shout and I'll do another little lesson on it, okay? So that's your second thing that you are doing. Now I'm going to move my computer just a bit because I want to be able to show you the story. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay. So we are going to read Little Red Hen. Now I don't know if we read a Little Red Hen story in class or not this year. Not sure. So here, once you click on the link in the assignment, it says prepare to read The Little Red Hen. Genre study. This story is a folktale. Now remember, genre just means what type of story is it. So if they're asking you the genre of the story, it means what kind of story, fiction, nonfiction. This happens to be a folktale, and folktales are stories that are told over and over again. They come from long ago, okay? So here is your first picture. There's the little red hen right there, okay? So then here's the little red hen with her friends. You can read, okay? There it is. Go to the next page and read. This is a very short story. And then your assignment is this part right here, okay? In your assignment, it says draw it. You are going to draw your favorite part of the little red hen, okay? Then you can use your own words to tell the story to a partner, retelling the beginning, the middle, and the end, okay? So for this particular assignment, all you have to do is draw a picture, okay? For this part of the assignment, you do not have to write. All you have to do is draw a picture, okay? So you do not have to write anything for this. Draw me a nice picture. You can, however, talk to someone about the story, telling them the beginning, the middle, and the end, okay? Then you are moving on to your journal writing, okay? Your journal writing is my idea of fun is, okay? That's what the journal is. Let me see if you can see this. I'm going to put this down a little. Okay, and I'm just going to erase a little bit. I forgot to bring my eraser, so don't mind me. I'm using my hand here. All right, so now, really quickly, when we do our writing, okay, we have talked about the fact that we need an opening, we need our reasons, we need a closing, okay? So this particular journal is my idea of fun is. So if I need to do pre-writing, okay, now, we used to do pre-writing where I used to give you a graphic organizer. It had circles on it. I'm going to show you an example. So in the middle, we'd have a circle or a square. It doesn't really matter the shape. My idea of fun is, that's the prompt. I'm going to put my answer which is shopping. My idea of fun is shopping, and you might not be able to see it. It might be a little small, but I just want to give you a quick example. Now, this is how I get my thoughts down on paper. So I'm thinking my idea of fun is shopping. Now I need to think about all the reasons why shopping is my idea of fun. So I'm going to have other circles, or it could be a square, doesn't matter. This is just called pre-writing. This is just for me to get my thoughts together. So one reason why shopping is fun to me is because I get to hang out with my friends. Then I'm going to put another circle here, okay? And I'm thinking, what is another reason why I like shopping? Why is it fun to me, okay? Because I also get to buy cute outfits. Now, if you notice, I'm not putting sentences in these. When I'm doing my organizer, my graphic organizer, hopefully you remember this from when we did it in class, we don't write sentences in this. This is just to jot my thoughts down really quick. I also think shopping is fun because when I go to the mall, I like to do something, and I like to people watch, okay? Now don't judge me. People watch is just because there's so many people at the mall, and you just watch people as you're sitting down. You just see a lot of different and unique people at the mall, and I like to people watch. That's kind of what it's called, okay? So I just like to see different people and see what different people are wearing. And another reason that I like to go shopping, or it's fun to me, is because I can buy the latest or newest sneakers. Okay, so now that was just a quick graphic organizer. Now, you don't have to do this, okay? I'm just telling you to do this if some of you are struggling with getting your thoughts down. Some of you are not able to come up with your reasons, so do this. Now what I would do is I'm going to turn and I'm going to put this into a paragraph. So here, my opening is going to be this. My idea of fun is to go shopping, period. That's my opening. Now I'm going to start telling you all of the reasons why. Now, remember we talked about transition words first, next, then finally. This particular paragraph, I don't think really lends itself to that because I'm not telling you things in order, so I'm not going to use those. But I am still going to tell you my reasons. So my first reason, I love going shopping because I get to hang out with my friends, period. Now, do you see how I use this, but I added other words to make it a complete sentence because this is not a complete sentence, okay? So now I say I like to go shopping to hang out with my friends, but now I'm going to add another sentence to add details to that, okay? So because I like to hang out with my friends, I'm going to write, this is the time that I get to see them because I don't see them often. So I'm just giving you details that go along to support what I just said. And then I'm going to do that for each one of these circles, okay? Those are all of my reasons. And then at the end of my paragraph, I'm going to say, these are all of the reasons why shopping is fun to me, okay? So basically the closing is just reiterating what my opening is. I'm just saying it again, okay? So that is what you need to do for your journal. And most of you have been doing much, much better with your journal. I'm starting to see opening. I'm starting to see reasons. Some of you are lacking the closing, but I know that we will get there, and we have to make sure we're doing 6 to 8 sentences. Now, one more thing before I leave you. Yesterday was Monday, so today is Tuesday. So you've only had one day so far to go on iReady and Core 5. But I need you guys to understand that you should be logging on to iReady and Core 5 every single day. You only need to go on for 15 minutes, but you still should be going on every single day. So I checked the usage for today, and I was a little, or for yesterday, sorry, and I was a little disappointed. And yes, it was only Monday, and yesterday is Tuesday, and you haven't gotten on the computer yet. So I understand, but I want you to realize you need to get on every single day. So for iReady, I am showing that only Vanessa, Jadalise, and Mia were the only 3 people who logged on to iReady today. That has to improve. You all have to be on. Even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes, you need to be on. There were only 3 people who actually logged on to iReady today. Now I'm checking Core 5, and Core 5 wasn't much better. Core 5, I have only Giselle, Jadalise, Evan, and Mia who logged on. So iReady, there were only 3 people who logged on, and Core 5, there were only 4 people who logged on. So guys, please remember, it's much easier if you just do 10-15 minutes a day. I don't want you to sit on the computer for an hour and a half in one day to get all your minutes in one day. Do 10 to 15 minutes every single day, okay? Because I'm going to be checking this every single day, and I want to see that everyone has at least gotten on at least for 10 or 15 minutes, okay? So with that, I'm going to end this, and as usual, please stay safe. Do all of your work. Make sure you're submitting all of your assignments every single day. I don't know if any of you have noticed if you've handed in late assignments, but I have begun to take points off for late assignments, okay? It is your responsibility to hand in your work every single day. It's just like we're at school. When we did our schoolwork, you had that day or that period to finish. You couldn't just keep carrying work over day to day to day, because then you would become backed up, because every day we have new work. So this is the same. Please make sure that you are doing your work and submitting your work every single day, okay? And I will catch you later, okay?